JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. Today we are going to talk about the Indianapolis Colts edge rusher room. So you look at some of the top guys, some of the newly acquired guys. The end room is looking pretty good. And we also have some guys on the inside that can play the outside sometimes. You know, this defensive line is very versatile, especially from the defensive interior to the outside. You know, you could have Buckner coming on the outside. You could have Dale on the outside even. You know, Tyquan Lewis can play inside and outside. So we're going to go through all these guys today, mainly the outside guys and a little bit of the guys on the inside that would sometimes come out and still be very good players off the outside. So I thank you for tuning in to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. If you enjoy any Colts content, NFL content, make sure you like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on to miss any future videos, and make sure to share to your favorite social media platforms, all your friends and family that enjoy Colts content and NFL content. You will not be disappointed. So, you look at the top two here on PFF. They have Yannick Ngakoue and they have Kwitty Paye. Kwitty Paye is expected to make a huge year two leap, and I fully expect him to fulfill those expectations, maybe even exceed them. Kwitty Paye is a very strong, quick, twitchy, smart, great character, works hard, great work ethic, very good all-around player. Kwitty Paye has all the tools in the tool shed to be a very, very good edge rusher. Now, are those tools sharpened enough yet? Are those tools ready? Are they still buried in the shed behind all that clutter, all the tarps, the lawnmowers, all that crazy stuff? Or are they out? They're ready. They're sharpened. We're going to see when the season kicks off. Hopefully he stays healthy, because this kid has all the makings in the world to have a breakout season. And the Colts haven't had, a solid edge rusher since Robert Mathis and Dwight Freeney, to be quite honest. And that's, about 10 years ago? Yeah. So then you have the newly acquired, the first year he's going to have the horseshoe on his helmet, is Yannick Ngakoue. So you look at his numbers, they're decent, right? They're nothing crazy. But you go and you look at his pressures. You go and you look at the pressures. The kid has so many pressures, it's not even funny. He's up there with Aaron Donald in pressures. But he struggles to finish. He's not really a finisher. He kind of pushes the quarterback into other guys. So where's the quarterback going to go when Buckner and Stewart are in the middle, or even Deo? Where's the quarterback going to go? He's going to have nowhere to go. And then if you have a spy with a speedy quarterback, where I have Leonard? When you have Leonard, Ngakoue, Paye, Buckner, Stewart all after you, chances of you getting out of that are very slim. Very slim if you get more than 34 yards as a quarterback. So, we talked about the two top guys, Ngakoue and Paye. So, it's time to go and look at the rest of the guys here. So, you look at Tyquan Lewis. He's been on Colt for quite a few years now. And he has struggled with injuries a lot. But we all know he's very talented. Before last year, we thought Tyquan Lewis was a bust. We didn't think he had the talent. We didn't think he had the ability to be a good edge rusher, a good defensive lineman, or, really be talented enough to make the roster, to make the team, and make a big enough impact to stay on the team. Showed us wrong last year. It really feel bad for the kid, because he was coming on, making big plays every week. He was, quite frankly, at the time, the best edge rusher on the team when he was playing very well. Maybe it's not saying much, because these edge rushers were, especially last year, past 10 years, what was there? Was there really much of an edge rush at all? So, but it sucked to see him go down. It sucked to see him go down to a serious injury. The kid was just starting to get going. His motor was just starting to fire on all cylinders. His engine was ready. It was oiled. It was slick. He's ready to make the big moves, make big plays. But his engine block just had a crack in it. Crashed and burned. So I hope he's doing well with his recovery. I hope he gets fully recovered, comes back stronger than ever and better than ever. Now there's a lot more competition. That's even better. The more competition, the harder you work, the more you want it. Because you have a reason to fight, so you don't lose your job. So then we move on to Dale Adangbo, Ben Banigou, and Kwitty Paye. I'm going to take Thankyou Adengbo, put him in a different category than these other two, than Banogu and Kwitty. Thankyou is an extremely big guy. He's a little bigger than Buckner. His wingspan is a little bigger than Buckner. That's saying something because Buckner is massive. He is massive. And you go and you watch a tape from him being in Vanderbilt. Thankyou is twitchy. For a guy that's like 6'7", 6'8", and how big he is, a guy like that should not be able to move like that. Hopefully, he got some good reps in training camp. Doesn't have an injury problem again. Maybe get it figured out during the season, and hopefully he can really become a monster because he has all the tools in the shed to be a monster. Will he do it? We don't know. But with his work ethic, very good kid, very good character. Common theme with a lot of these players is what Chris Ballard and Frank Reich aims for. So if they have a tough guy in the locker room, they can recover. And it really showed what Carson Wentz. It was really tough to recover from him, but having Matt Ryan really helped, and this team really recovered. We had Darius Leonard, a lot of our players just not happy. So now we have a leader that can keep a locker room happy, keep them fired up, keep them ready to play every single week. Stay consistent, technically sound. And Thankyou is going to be a good leader too. Dale's going to be a good leader. Then you look at Banogu and Kwitty Paye. Banogu has not shown much. His second year, he had a bit of pressures. He was okay. We thought there was potential. Now, Banogu is in that Taekwon Lewis situation. We think he's a bust. We don't see him do anything. So hopefully that kicks him into gear and gets them fired up and want to fight for a spot and get a chance to prove people wrong. If not, then he's about gone. Big question if he'll even make the locker room or not. I believe that's what Kwitty Paye might do. I believe Kwitty Paye is going to take over the spot from Banogu, and ultimately Ben is going to be on the streets. He's going to be out, not going to be in the Colts. We've heard multiple times that he's just not had the effort, he's just not had the leadership, the character, the work ethic that this Colts team is looking for. And that's the kind of guy you don't want to keep around. And, he has shown that he can't really, get it done when he's on the field, either. So, thank you guys for tuning into, no, not yet. Let's not end the video yet. What do you guys think of it? With Buckner being able to go on the outside, with Curtis Brooks even going outside a little bit too. So, you look at those guys, they can go on the outside as well, so that provides more rotational depth, more rotation. Cameron Klein and Scott Patchen, I really don't know who they are. I know who Cameron Klein is. I believe we signed Brian Cox Jr. too. And he is going to be a camp body. I don't know too much about him. I know he used to play for the Bills, and we're going to see what he has in store for training camp. So, more of the reason to try and get rid of Banogu. So, I thank you guys for tuning into the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. We are now going to round this thing out. I appreciate you tuning in and giving me a shot. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on to miss any future videos. As I said earlier, make sure to share the podcast YouTube channel with your friends, family, all your favorite social media platforms. We're really growing here. Going to make a big difference in the game, and really try and help people. The more you help me, the more the higher that we get up, the more and closer that I get to helping you guys, to get you guys, just helping you guys, and just give back to everyone. That's my main goal in this.